Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and this video is a special one. Now, the FNAF chapter is out, and that brought in a lot of new players. Now, with the help of Behavior, myself along with a few other amazing DBD creators have been given the opportunity to help you guys learn and step up your DBD gameplay. Now, I have over 10,000 hours in DBD, and I'm not the best by any chance, but I do know a thing or two about playing Survivor. So I'll be reviewing a few Survivor clips and giving my input and expertise on how you could have played better or different views to think about during your scenario. And if you learn anything in this video, I really appreciate if you leave a like, and do not forget to use code DUFF in the ORXL shop to help me out. Now let's get into the first clip. All right, what do we got here? Okay, going against a clown. Plan shack. Hold a nice check spot. That's what we like. Lost you a little bit. All right, he's going to throw a speed bottle, so he's going to be speedy coming through here. Wait, nice window fake. We'll have to throw this if he has BAM, and he did have BAM, so that's perfect. Nice. You are able to get a little bit of distance here. Hopefully you've seen that totem, that lit totem. Might be whatever hex he has. He's throwing another speed bottle, so, ooh, nice check spot. You see him go to the right. So, ooh, you might get hit here. Ooh, you got hit there. Now, what I would have did personally right here, this was very, very good. Coming right here and holding a little check spot so you can see what the killer's trying to do to you. So he goes to the right. Now, what I would have did, I would have went a little closer to the window so I can see a better view of this to see if he actually commits to that right side around the TNL or if he's faking it. But you kind of held this one, which limited your view after he passed the window, which is why he was able to come around the corner so quick, and which ultimately led to a hit. Now, you do have life here, so you could have used that to make some distance to play a safer tile, but you opt in to go around the locker. Ooh, nice spin. Nice spin. So we like, you're in the gas now. That should be a down. Okay, that wasn't the worst. Now, right here where you get tagged by the clown, what would have been an ideal thing to do is to leave. Now, TNLs with clown, because he does have his bottles that hinder you, they're not really that ideal. You can only play so good against them with a really good clown. So using life to maybe go, not to this palette really, because this palette's really not that much safer than a TNL is, but to maybe go to one of the edge map fillers that this map usually spawns and play that around something a little bit safer, so you can make sure you have a higher chance of extending your chase. And you loop this, you really don't want to loop like where the locker spawns on that. It's really not safe at all. You have a low chance of making this window right here. You have a low chance of making the other window. It's really just it's kind of similar to running to the edge of the map. So yeah, having exhaustion, that's really good for repositioning yourself like life. You got to use it to your full advantage. Use that to just reposition, go somewhere else, go to a safer part, and then play that. But I got to see this again. This was a nice spin. Holy, I like it. I like it. Well, some things to think about next time in your next chase, but hopefully these help. Now let's get into the next clip. Okay, so we got a doctor here. You're on Larry's, okay. Ooh. Oh, that is just really unlucky right there. Just bad positioning, just being caught out the wrong place at the wrong time. Not really your fault, just not much you can do, but just try to make up for it. Okay, going around. Oh, that door's closed too. Oh, that really, really sucks. That was just so unlucky for you. So yeah, super unlucky situation. Taking that hit soon as the game basically starts. That's just unlucky. But you do have windows, and windows gives you a lot of options. Now right here with the speed boost from getting hit, the little bit of haste that you get, you have a pallet right here along with a window and another pallet that you could have played, because this is a very strong tile. This whole entire room actually is just insanely strong. If you know how to play it and know when to use what resource at what time, it's really, really nice. But with your distance here, you always want to think about just what's your next step and what's your next step after that. Kind of like going to every single tile and just having a plan A and a plan B. So this right here, I would consider a plan A, but you did run over to this section, which I would consider the plan B, where you have this window right here, this pallet that's not the safest, but you also have a really safe one right next to that window. So when you're running over here, this is what I probably would have played, being in the position that you were in. Now, Larry's, unfortunately, you get different spawns that sometimes favor you and sometimes kind of mess you up. Right here, this door can actually spawn open, but unfortunately for you, it didn't. And there's a pallet right there, a window right there. That would have been a really nice tile if this was open and you were able to reach it that way. But instead, unfortunately for you, you had to go all the way around and you weren't able to make anything in time. So using that windows of opportunity to plan around the stronger tiles would help your chases last a little longer. Okay, so he's on you again. The window, another window. Oh, and it's a dead end. That's so unlucky. Okay, but where did he go? He should have been right on your tail there. Okay, so you're waiting. Throw the pallet. Very nice. Make some distance off of that. Okay, where are we going to go now? We got a lot of options. A lot of yellow on the map still. Okay, that camera positioning. Yep, there we go. Yep, keeping your camera on the killer's direction to know where he is. Ooh, he came out of there. Okay. And that's going to be going down. Now, yeah, camera positioning in this chase is a big part right here where you were holding this. That was really, really nice. Knowing, like, if you seen that red light from the right, you would go to the left. Or if you seen the red light from the left, you would go to the right. Then throwing that pallet right here, I would have probably went to some different yellow. So right here is probably the best example of like having a plan A and a plan B. I would have definitely tried to make my way to one of these pallets, since pallets tend to be safer than windows most of the time. So we got this pallet, which is probably like in the middle of the hallway, so not the safest. But we also have this pallet right here that tends to be in rooms and would probably be a safe god pallet. So yeah, using that window, planning ahead is definitely going to help you. Also, camera movement. You got to keep your camera where the killer's at so you know what he's kind of up to, staying a little bit ahead of him. Now, some killers will try to hide that red stain so you won't be able to do that, but in this case, he really didn't. So right here, you were keeping your camera on him a bit. Boom, red stain. Boom, red stain. Both the window. Now right here is when you really didn't use your camera anymore. Like, you didn't have to instantly vault it because you didn't know if he was coming in this room or was he going around the other way, which one is a down and one's not. You know what I mean? Ultimately, he could shock you, so he can probably make it so you can't use this window. So it's not really the safest thing with a doctor. But still, having that little bit of information can ultimately, because if he went around and vaulted this window, I don't know why he would do that, but if he went to vault this window and you were still in here because you didn't instantly vault it and you went back around and got the window that's in the library, there's just a lot of different options that could happen. Just having more and more information gives you a better advantage in the long run in these chases. Camera movement and always trying to think ahead of your opponent are probably the two biggest tips from this chase. And hopefully these tips help you, because they take a while to do. You got to get in these games, you got to play, you just got to practice, you know what I mean? But ultimately those tips are probably the most important ones. Now let's get into the third and final clip of this video. Okay, for this last clip, what do we got? Want to get to Spring Trap, let's go. Okay, playing a TNL. Taking the outer box. Okay. Is he going to pull up his axe here? Oh, he did. He did. Oh, you're holding it so tight. Nice. Going between the boxes. Oh, he missed. Nice. Go around. Oh, and he gets a nice little hit there. All right, where are we going to go to here? Have a pallet there you can see. Pallet here you can see. Oh, close. Not close enough. Okay. Onto this. He's probably gonna wait for his axe here, yeah? Yeah, pulls his axe back. Is this a hit? Wow. What a dodge. Holy. So nine. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go to this one. Does he catch you there? Oh, wow. He actually catches you there. Okay, so playing this TNL, the first kind of thing you can work on right here, you got your finesse value. Check spot was good as well. But just like the first video that we seen, playing this little, I would call this the smaller L of the TNL. Like, that's the T, that's the L, and this is the smaller L with the locker right here. What you don't really want to play this too much. It's just not that safe. I mean, you did manage to get really good value out of it when you were looping the spring trap around it when he had his axe up. That was really good. But most of the time, I mean, you either want to go on the outside right here and then try to make it back to this window, or you just want to hit the window. He would have probably pulled up his axe and hit you right there, but with the speed boost that you get after you're injured, you would have been able to make an even better tile and maybe even go down the shack. So yeah, you don't always want to just go and try to loop this L right here. It's just not that good as you think it is. This was a really good dodge, though. He held his power out. Fortunately, he missed. And you were just forced at that point just to take a hit. So yeah, looping and going straight to that window sometimes might not be the best, but it will be better than what could have happened like that. Now with the speed boost, what was really good here was that you were scouting your options. You seen this pallet right here. You seen this pallet right here. You're like, I'm not going to loop this one right now. I'm going to wait and just loop this one. This isn't the safest tile against a spring trap because a really good spring trap you can just throw right over it. So like, it's just too small for him. So maybe that pallet all the way down there, if you can even see that, would probably be better. But I don't think you would have made that. And so you did have a little bit of distance, especially when you missed that. See, that right there is probably what you probably would have been a deciding factor of if you made it and if you didn't. This is a really good, you know, you dodged it. You dodged the hatchet that probably would have hit you and downed you, but you don't want to go back into the killer because it kind of ruins your momentum and it lessens your distance that you have on him. So when you did this right here, it's probably not the best. Just a left-right would have probably been good enough for you right there. A left-right dodge. And this right here, playing this tile. I don't know how he really missed that. Did he do it too high? This was good. So right here, that pallet that's right behind you would have probably been the better thing to rotate to. That other pallet isn't the safest, unfortunately. So this pallet, being that it's not that far away, would have probably been better, and he can't throw over it as easy. So you just want to keep these things in the back of your head. I don't know if you seen that pallet when you were in chase, but you want to keep stuff like that in your head. That's your plan B. Your plan A was to go here. You're seeing it work. You got value out of it, but you can't stay here forever. So you're like, okay, what's my plan B? And you looped around there. Now I would have maybe even stayed and tried to throw the pallet. He might have an add-on that like made him faster when the axe is down. I'm not 100% sure. But he did have a little bit of bloodlust built up. So yeah, rotating to that other pallet would have probably been a little better, but same thing. You had nice camera movement. You had nice distance there. You definitely just want to make sure you're maxing your distance out and keeping that distance that you got. Yeah, you just want to be looking at the safest route to rotate to after everything. Got the plan A. Remember to keep that plan B. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully learned a little something to help you in your chases as a DBD survivor. Once again, huge shout out to Behavior for making this possible. I was very honored to have a chance to share my 10,000 hours of wisdom and experience in Dead by Daylight to newer players. But until next time, that is all. I will see you guys in the next video.